It's the you four or Cody.
Is there anybody outside?
Is there anybody outside that wants to come in and play trivia?
Trivia.
You're the one outside. All of the regulars were like, this one's uncomfortable. We were down with the first 7 you did here, Colin, but now I'm upset. Hi, Cody.
Hi, Colin.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
I have to say something.
That's a lot of unwanted touching.
I just put it there. That was,
Yeah.
You have a low threshold.
There's a lot of not wanted touching also.
All right. So, you can't look at those. Don't look at those.
Darn.
You've shown my cards. I messed up during my intro, guys, because I gave the Joes at Covert a lot of props, and I didn't give Cody here at Covert
It's all right.
any
I'm
props.
the
So everybody clap for Cody.
The Colin Covert is for Cody. So
Cody
it's fine.
is-
I understand.
He is the heart and soul of this place.
That is not true. At
Maybe
all.
the lungs.
No.
How about the kidneys?
I am the early onset dementia of Covert Cafe.
But-
I'm the angry grandpa.
You when it gets in the weeds here and the Joes need some help slinging suds, slinging food, Cody steps in and he's damn good at what he does and he's a good hang.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I love him.
Aw.
So we're gonna do a little trivia thing. I'm gonna ask you guys 5 questions. They increase in point value as we go, and you will answer all of them, and they're all multiple choice, so you can always ask for the options. So we're just gonna
answer all of them.
You guys will all
kill
give
me
me an
I'm just
answer.
kidding.
You guys will.
Okay.
It's not gonna be like
All
this
right.
question's for Chris, this one's
Yeah,
for Imani.
yeah.
It's
Okay,
you
it's-
answer all.
There's no buzzer.
No. You just all say an answer.
Just them or
when
also
I'm done.
me?
All you as well.
Everybody.
You're
Oh,
part
cool,
of it.
cool.
Yeah. So, number 1. Who was the first victim? So I should say, what was the occupation of Clyde Barrow of Bonnie and Clyde fames? What was the occupation of his first murder victim? Yeah. Clyde Barrow, Bonnie and Clyde. You know Bonnie and Clyde,
Yes,
right? You've heard of Bonnie and
I've
Clyde.
heard of them, yeah.
They killed people. Who was his first victim, and what did that person do? Was it A, bank teller, B, a prison rapist, C, a cop, or D, a gas station clerk? Cody, we'll start with you. Who do you think he
Oh,
killed?
cool. I'm gonna go with C.
C, you're gonna go with the cop?
Yeah.
All right, Imani, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with a gas station person.
Gas station
Yeah.
clerk. All right, what do you think, Chris?
I'm going to split the difference and say a bank teller.
Okay, all right.
Now I wish it was a rapist, but I don't think it was.
Yeah, probably.
It actually was. You're all wrong.
Oh, shit.
Clyde Barrow's first victim, he went to prison for stealing a car, and this guy raped him every day for months, and then one day he took a lead pipe and bashed the guy's head in. And then he got out of prison and started robbing banks. That's his origin story, Clyde Barrow.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, pretty fun.
All
So
right.
none of you
All right.
get a point.
The more you know.
Yeah, the
Exactly,
more you
yeah.
know. So,
It's a fun fact.
number 2. What was the nickname?
It's a party fact. Something you tell.
It's Colin's
Bring
party.
that
fact.
Colin's-
information.
yeah.
Colin's party.
You come to a
fact.
party at my house, this is the type of charades we play. It's really fun. So what was the nickname given to the killing team of Lawrence Bittaker and Roy Norris? These were 2 serial killers who worked together. They had a nickname. What was their nickname? Was it A, the Middle Ground Murderers, B, the Encino Park Rippers, C, the Chevy Van Choppers, or D, the Toolbox Killers? Chris, start with you.
I'm going to say the toolbox killers. D.
All right, going with D. What do you think, Imani?
I'm gonna go. What was the second one?
Second one was the Encino Park Rippers.
Yeah, I want to do
You're gonna
that
go
one.
with
Great
Encino
band.
Park. Yeah,
Great
it's a
band.
great one.
It's a band. Am I wrong? I don't know.
Cody, what do you think?
Just like, first off, like, I feel like all of these are just names for like Cholo Chop Shop runners that my grandpa would fucking be in. But I'm actually gonna go with A.
You're going with A,
Yeah.
which was the Middle Ground Murderers.
Yes, the only one that feels like it's something that could be not a chop shop.
Yeah, okay. Well, congratulations. Chris, it is the Toolbox Killer.
I thought it could have been.
Yeah,
that.
1970s guys. They did have a Chevy truck that they kidnapped girls in and then tortured for days on the move.
I just chose the one that sounded.
Wow, and all the regulars ran
least
away
cool.
from this.
Yeah, no, this is upsetting. Number 3. So Chris Hudson leads us with 2 points. This one's worth 3 points. So the serial killing team of the De Jesus Gonzalez sisters set a body count record in which Latin American country? Was it A, Mexico, B, El Salvador, C, Belize, or D, Guatemala? Cody, what do you think?
I'm going to go with D, Guatemala.
Go with Guatemala. What do you think, Imani?
I'm gonna go with. Gosh,
I will also say El Salvador is known for a lot of
I want to
fucked
say
up
El
shit.
Salvador because they got shit going on over there.
They really do.
They do. Papusas is
yeah,
the shit.
I
Papusas
just
is
thought. I
fucking-
honestly thought you said they've got some bomb pussy there, though.
No. Papusas.
And I was like,
they are
take my
the-
mic. You should be hosting this. This is like, that's the feeling we want.
Colin, cool people don't run a podcast.
Cool people do not run true crime talk shows. What do you think, Chris?
I'm gonna go with Guatemala.
Guatemala.
That's my choice.
It was Mexico.
Oh,
So
Yo ho, Mexico.
none of you got that right.
Oh,
But yeah,
wow.
Shoot.
2 sisters who ran a brothel in Mexico and didn't kill their clients, but killed the sex workers they employed.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
pretty.
a bad
That is
boss.
wild.
What, isn't it? How do you like the Green River Killer, right? Up in Washington, the
Yeah.
80s, 70s, and 80s, killed hookers, right? The cops literally thought for a while before they caught the guy that it was the result of a pimp war. Like pimps were killing each other's hookers to
Yeah.
fuck up their business. And you think about that for a second. That's stupid. Why would you kill the main way you make money?
What was that hotel in California where like the guy set it up to be like a murder like dungeon?
Oh, that was in Chicago.
Oh,
H.H.
Chicago.
Holmes.
Yeah.
World's Fair.
Yeah, I feel like this was just the Mexican
Bro,
equivalent
what's
of
wrong
that.
with us as people? Like, what are we doing wrong? That we keep having- as a society that we keep making these types of people.
Hey, it's
There's
been there
a-
from the beginning.
There are very big societal factors, I think, Imani, that go into that, and I can get scholarly with it, but that's for
That's okay.
the
That's
after-show weed sesh,
It's mostly
you
just
know?
getting
Yeah.
beaten by your father.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the big
Mostly
factor,
your
which
parents'
is a
fault.
universal concept. I would
Yeah.
say.
I'd say,
I don't
you
know.
know,
My parents hit me, and I've never killed anyone before.
There's a difference
Yeah.
between getting smacked
there's
and
always
getting
time.
I mean,
When you get beaten, you end up with a Hitler or a Stalin.
Yeah. Well, or also I should say, like,
Or
Jeffrey
an
Dahmer
Oda
never
Nobunaga.
got Jeffrey Dahmer, Ted Bundy never got beaten as kids. Two of our big 3 in the United States. Jeffrey Dahmer had a pretty.
Hey man, ice creams and clowns don't make for the best people either.
You're thinking of Gacy, bro.
Yeah.
John Wayne Gacy's the
yeah.
clown.
I'm sorry.
Fucking
That was
Gacy.
episode 1. I'm
amateur.
sorry.
Yeah.
That's why Chris has 2 points and you have 3.
Okay.
All right.
That's
But this
Toolbox
next one's worth
killers.
4 points, so it's anyone's game still.
Oh, here we
if
go.
you guys get it.
Here we go.
So, which killer couple inspired Oliver Stone's movie Natural Born Killers?
Oh, is it Bonnie?
Whoop. No. It's already not. They're not even an option.
Awesome.
Good.
Was it A, Angelo Buono and Kenny Bianchi? B, Charles Starkweather and Carol Ann Fugit? C, Fred and Rose West? Or D, Charlene and Gerald Gallego? Chris, who do you think?
I never even seen this movie.
Oh, it's great.
I'm gonna go with the Wests.
You're going to go with the Wests?
Yes.
What do you think, Imani?
What was the first one again?
Angelo Buono and Kenny Bianchi?
What was the second one?
Charlie Starkweather and Carol Ann Fugit.
The second one.
You think it's Starkweather and Fugit?
Fugit sounds like
I
a
want to
criminal
applaud you
name.
for using 2 actual married couples and
Yeah.
2 couples with different names.
Uh-huh.
I was so close to gaming the system by being, whichever one has like the most like consistency with the name.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
If we were going by Ray and Faye rules, then yeah, that'd be the case.
I'm gonna go with C.
You're going to go with C, Fred and Rose West?
Yep.
That answer is B, be Charlie and Carol Ann Fugate.
Yeah,
Imani
got a
is
point.
on the board. 4 points, 2 points. Dick.
I am lovingly an asshole, sir, not a dick.
No, you have dick, is what I'm saying. It's like how you
mean,
say.
hey.
But this last one's worth 5 points. So again,
Oh.
whoever
Anyone's
gets this technically
game.
wins. It's still anyone's game.
Wow.
This is why I like this. So last one. Also, if I may, before we move on, Natural Born Killers, Oliver Stone's. It's Woody Harrelson and Juliette Lewis plays serial killer couple. That is one of the few movies to be inspired by serial killings and also to inspire serial killings. Because after it came out on VHS, a couple of teenagers took acid and watched it, and then went out and killed a couple of their friends
Oh, damn.
because they wanted to like reenact the movie. That's a real thing. So fun distinction. Oliver Stone, maybe not the greatest guy in terms of what he's contributed.
Trivial Pursuit of the
The
Colin.
Doors movie? Did you just shout out the Doors movie?
I like the movie.
No. No, you don't. You like Val Kilmer being an
Val
idiot.
Kilmer as Jim Morrison, that was awesome.
They made him into a bumbling idiot. Anyways, I used to be a really big fan of the Doors, and then I realized you can't be fans of rapists who make good music.
But the Police are really good.
See, I was waiting for somebody to have a tag after that. Good job, buddy. All right, last
I'm not
one.
even a comic.
Last one. You are now. So which of the following is not a trait found in hybristophiliacs? And to define that, a hybristophiliac is a person who is sexually attracted to a violent person. So if you're into someone because they beat the shit out of someone else or because they kill people, you're a hybristophiliac. That's what it's called. That's like the ladies who write love letters to serial killers in prison, hybristophiliacs. It's a set paraphilia, like any paraphilia, and there are a set of traits that go along with it. Which of these does not belong? That's what the question is. Is it A, past relationships with quote-unquote weak people, B, the desire for a movie or book deal, C, low self-esteem, or D, a need to quote-unquote change their partner? Chris, we're going to start with you. Which of those do not apply to hybristophiliacs?
I'm going to say the need for movie or book deal.
Okay, you're saying B.
Yeah.
What do you think, Imani?
B seems like the obvious answer. What was A again?
A is past relationships with quote-unquote weak people. So you look for you look for someone tough afterwards. That's why you like violent people.
You know, I'm gonna go with A because
All right.
I don't know.
All right, go A. Past relationships with weak people. Right
I feel like you probably always liked men like that. Not like, oh, I was with a bunch of weak men. Now I need a murderer. I can tell you,
It's a
you
massive
probably-
180.
It is.
What do you think, Cody?
Well, like, first, I feel like there's an E here that we're missing out on, which was, as a lark, just Twilight fans. It feels like something that would be there. But, I mean, and I mean, secondarily, Colin, you come right quick. As possibly your future boss.
Yeah.
You want to give me the right answer here?
Fuck, you can't play that card. With
I
me.
mean, I can play that card whenever the fuck
You
I want.
can,
I'm
but
your
that's
future boss.
that would be wrong.
Damn it, you're
and
right.
and the room now knows that it's leverage. So
Yep.
the thrill
All right.
of the game is gone, Cody.
Well, apparently, I've never been with a weak person in my life. I'm gonna go with A too.
It was indeed A.
Yeah,
So
I'm
Cody,
still a loser.
You made it on the board though with
Yeah.
5 points. Chris has got 2. Imani wins with 9 whopping points.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
You know what that means, Imani? It means you win a prize. You win some adhesive vampire
I
fangs.
told you to hold that off for the vampire murderer.
But you then told me to do that one. Why are you
I've
giving me
wanted
mixed
this.
signals?
Well, I
My
told you
whole life.
afterwards when I
Yeah, they're in a little coffin.
Yeah, they're in a cute
Yeah.
little coffin.
Yeah.
So when you propose to a goth lady, that's where you put the ring with blood in the gem? You know how you propose to goth ladies? Is that just me? Is that just me and my wife? Okay. I put my blood in my wife's jewelry.
And if they
so
compare you to Wesley Snipes, slap them.
All right, Cody, that's our trivia game. Thank you for playing, buddy.
Thank you.
Cheers, cheers. Everybody clap for Cody.
Yeah, Cody.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes.
Put it on your ass.
I'm doing it.
Put it where your ass went. We have one more murder story for you, guys.
Oh, is
one
this the
more.
one that I know?
This is the last one. This is the one you're familiar with?
Yes, this is the
All
one
right.
I'm familiar with.
So these two guys were known as the Ken and Barbie killers. These two. That's Paul Bernardo and Carla Homolka. And why did I say it that way? Because they're Canadian, eh?
Ooh,
Just like Chris, we went international for this last one.
nice.
So where does Canadian end and my true Midwestern accent begin? That's the question. They bleed over quite a bit. So
Yeah,
in this
there's
case,
a lot of
yeah.
countryness in Canada.
Yeah, so these guys are from Toronto, outside of Toronto. You know, these guys were incredible and horrible people. Paul Bernardo is one of the most upsetting serial killers I've had the misfortune to research because this guy is, if you knew a guy in high school who was like the jock on the quarterback and his parents kind of pampered him and stuff, and he kind of walked around like he was, how do I put this, like owed pussy all the time. Paul Bernardo.
You're describing a lot of open mic comics.
Yeah! And maybe if he had done that instead of trying to be the next Vanilla Ice, he might have been able to save himself. Yeah, that guy thought he was the next answer to white rap. That guy, like, and his raps exist, and they're fucking horrible.
Oh wait, he rapped for real?
He rapped for real. He tried to put out a demo. You can find it on YouTube. It's fucking horrendous.
Oh.
It's like every line starts with, "My name's Paul, and I'm here to say," like, it's that type of it's like,
for real?
yeah, I'm not even, like, I can't find the Leslie Ann Downing death tape. You can find Paul Bernardo's rap.
You know, a lot of white men have tried rapping.
Yeah.
That's true.
I never
That's
have.
true.
I never.
All right.
I'd done karaoke and then left all the words in. That's pretty bad.
Okay.
I've done NWA karaoke when
Oh,
I was,
boy.
when I was uninitiated.
Oh boy, was this in Iowa or here in Portland?
I'm not telling.
It's like
Is there a reason you can't go back to Baby Ken?
All right, so this is I don't like this. So this is a marriage. These two were married, and it's a marriage between a violent sexual sadist, Paul, and a hybristophiliac. That's why I did that question, because that's how you would describe Carla. Carla is one of these types of women who always was really drawn. Like, if she saw a guy get in a fight, she's like, "That's my new boyfriend." Like, I like that about him, you know. So Paul was very, very... It's like Vanilla Ice married a preppy Courtney Love was the tag I wrote for it. So Paul was noted, if not a suspected, rapist in Ontario. He was known as the Scarborough Rapist for a while, though he was never apprehended for any of those crimes. And I don't want to bring it down horribly, but something that he did when he was assaulting people is that he would say, like, commonly very friendly terms. He would say things like, "I love you" and "Merry Christmas" while he was doing his thing. And that was on purpose so that anytime those women heard those phrases after that, they would remember this horrible, traumatic thing that happened to him. This guy was an emotional terrorist on top of being... He might be one of the worst people we've ever covered. Like, take that, what's that guy? I'm not going to make another comparison. That's not going to do any good. Carla, from a very warm and loving family in Ontario. They were immigrants, and her parents were immigrants from the Czech Republic, and they were very hardworking, genuine people. She had a younger sister named Tammy, and it's going to get worse from there with her.
Yeah,
Carla always harbored a love for violence. You know what she did as a part-time job when she left high school? She started working as a vet tech because she loved putting down animals. Loved it. That was her favorite part of the job. Paul starts committing more sexual assaults, and after he and Carla start dating, she starts helping. She's the lure. Makes a woman feel okay to get in a car with this random guy, and then he would do his thing. Now, one Christmas, when they're together, they're hanging out at Carla's parents' house, and everyone's drinking, including Carla's younger 15-year-old sister, Tammy, because it's Christmas time. You can have a drink at 15, you know, it's Canada. They decide to drug Tammy Carla gets some Haldol, which is the same drug that Jeffrey Dahmer used to sedate his victims. Fun fact from her job at the clinic, and put it into some spiced eggnog to give to her sister. So her sister passes out, and then the plan was just for Paul to assault her while she was out, basically. But Tammy starts throwing up and aspirating, and then chokes to death on her vomit. So they accidentally kill her. That's their first victim. And they play it off, and the cops show up when this happens, and they're just like, ugh, stroke of bad luck. This perfectly healthy teenage girl is dead, and we're not going to investigate it any farther. She got drunk, and she choked on her puke. Darn. What should have been a red flag is these two were engaged at the time, and they did not postpone the wedding. The wedding went on just as it happened 3 months after this death. And everyone was like, are you sure you don't want to, like, bump this a little bit because your sister just died? And they're like, nah, let's keep going. That should have been their first red flag. In my opinion. Also, that murder happened on Christmas Day. That's pretty upsetting. So after marriage, the couple then kidnapped 2 teenage girls and held them as sex slaves before Paul strangled them. And then they dismembered the bodies, but really foolishly. There's a thing in serial killers where they go too complicated in their methods of disposal to the point where it's stupid. Like, this guy thought, like, I'll take each limb and encase each limb separately in concrete and then drop those blocks of concrete to the bottom of a lake. But he mixed the concrete wrong, didn't wait for it to thaw before dumping it, so all the body parts just started floating up, like, after a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a fucking idiot. You know what his part-time job during this? He was a finance bro at first. He worked for like a stockbroking company, and then when he got fired from that because he was an idiot, he was smuggling cigarettes over to America. That was his job because Canadian cigarettes are a lot better. They're a lot stronger. So to get good Canadian cigarettes in the States was like a big deal, I guess, in the 90s. So Paul started abusing Carla pretty bad, started beating her. And then immediately she flipped, went to the cops, said Paul killed these 3 girls, including my sister, and he should go to prison. And she got, controversially, a lot of immunity for this because like Ian and Myra, there are videotapes. Paul loved his camcorder, so there's videotapes that exist of these murders, and Carla is a willing participant in all of it. She's either there holding the camera being like, good job, baby, like a mom at a soccer match, but way worse. And she gets immunity. She doesn't spend a day in prison for her part. She is free right now in Toronto, Carla Mocha.
And let's bring her out. Carla!
And we got it!
Come on in, Carla. Tell us
Yeah.
about why you're not in prison.
He's like, because I rolled over on my boyfriend. And Paul is still incarcerated in Quebec to this day. He wrote a 900-page memoir from prison that was like mixed with fantasy as well as his own story, and how none of it was really his fault, you know, and how Carla kind of manipulated him. And it's weird because he does that shitty thing where he takes a very real problem in society and assigns his bad doings to, I did it because of that. Mm-hmm. I mean, Carla got out. There's something clearly wrong with our legal system that she helped in these murders and she got out. I'm in prison because of it. It's like, no, it's because you fucking killed 3 people at least. But he has been denied for parole twice, so God willing. He's also lost that beautiful mop of blonde curly hair. He's bald as fuck now if you look up a new picture of him.
Was his book called If I Did It, Paul's Version? is that what it was? This?
Yeah, and weirdly enough, all of the money, like in the OJ thing, went back to the victim's family, which is just Carla.
Oh, damn. Carla's got that money?
No, that was a joke. Sorry, I burped.
Dang. Yeah.
Well, that's a good note to end this story on as any, because I'm not able to make that all any funnier, and I felt like I lost you two on that one.
I kind of get the wedding thing, though, just because, like, it's hard to move a wedding. It's hard to do that. Come on. It's you rented the place. It's hard to get a place. You got to do it 6 months in advance. I've never been married, but I know it's hard because I
have been married.
I have been married. You're not married anymore.
I'm not married right now.
I
just keep it on because I'm sad.
That would be so funny if this is how we all found out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But anyway.
Okay.
No, my wedding happened during COVID, and it
Yeah.
got canceled twice. So it's actually quite easy to bump a wedding if there's a global pandemic happening, Chris.
Well,
this-
this wasn't a global pandemic. This
Exactly.
was the murder of your younger sister.
A wedding in the
You're
90s,
right.
Colin? You can't just Google stuff.
Oh my God, too. There's a documentary called The Ken and Barbie Killers about these two guys on HBO. You should check it out if you want. There's footage from their fucking wedding. It is the most opulent, gaudy bullshit you have ever seen. Her dress looked like Princess Diana. She didn't have a sister to carry it though.
Did he rap his vows?
Wouldn't that be funny? I
Did he
wish.
rap
My name
his
is
vows?
Paul,
But
and
they
we're
got
in
a
this
fucking
forever.
horse.
Forever.
But that's the show, guys. That's Murder Casserole. That's the whole thing. Make some noise for our guest comedians, for
Yeah.
Chris
Thank
Hudson,
you,
for
thank
Imani,
you.
Denae, for Cody, our lovable participant,
Cody.
for all of the people that left because this was too much for them. And last but certainly not least, round of applause for Covert Cafe and Mr. Joe's.
Yeah, the
We love it.
Joes.
We
Thank
are
you,
here every
guys.
third Thursday to talk blood with you, unless this one went so horrible we're done. Which is always the fun question with these. Like, did we go too far? But hey, we'll be here on Saturday. You can see more comedy here all the time, and check out the Joe's Instagram and the Covert Instagram for all the events. You guys have a good one. Thank you for being here. Get home safe. Good night, and I love you.
Honestly, I thought that they were basically like swingers. Like, didn't they?
He was.